Last time I talked about 5 things that made CFOP amazing. This video, it's time for Roux to get revenge. This is 5 ways Roux is amazing. Alright, real quick before I keep going on with the video. During the making of this video, my last video got some backlash from especially some people in the Roux community. And I think this whole thing stems from a pretty big misunderstanding. This whole tiny little video series was inspired by Linus Tech Tips, in which he would choose one operating system and then say some reasons about why it's just better and how it does better than other operating systems at a specific thing. And so yeah, that was kind of the intent of these videos, to point out what each method is good at and giving a quick example on why other methods are not so good at it. If you want to read more about my thoughts, I typed it in the description of my last video, but like really,
it's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
But anyways, back to the video. Enjoy. Roux is known for its incredibly low move count, which is one of its major advantages, not having to rely on TPS too much. This is mainly due to the method having an open M layer, which I have also mentioned before in a previous video. Now, this allows you to solve many complex F2L pairs with less moves using the M slice. Another factor at play is the last 2 steps of the solve. Last 10 pieces contains CML and LSE, which is last 6 edges. These 2 steps combined will generally require less moves than normal OLL and POL. Just like how CFOP is good for big cubes, Roux on the other hand is amazing for OH. It's so good in fact that some people will choose to use Roux only for OH, and I am one of them.
Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man?
I think there are 3 main reasons contributing to this factor: lower move count, minimal cube rotations, and last step efficiency. Roux has a lower move count compared to other methods, which we have mentioned already, making it very effective for one-handed solving, since obviously you only have one hand. You wouldn't be able to turn as fast as you normally do with 2 hands. It also minimizes cube rotations. Roux has no rotations, or at least barely any, which solves a big problem for CFOP one-handed, being that there is a lot of rotations, which forces you to have to regrip and then pause a lot of the time. The last step in Roux is known as LSE, which is last 6 edges. This step is a 2-gen step only consisting of M and U moves. Because it is 2-gen, it's very fit for one-handed solving. Base Roux has 36 less algs you have to remember than base CFOP does. Roux is very intuitive. The only step where you really have to memorize a large set of algorithms is for CMLL, and the rest can be done through intuition, making this method fit for people who might just not want to memorize algs and like to rather think about the moves they're doing. CFOP has a bunch of resources, and honestly sometimes it's too much and almost too overwhelming. Roux on the other hand doesn't really have that problem. Without being very popular, there is also less clutter on the resources and also just less straight up bad videos giving out bad advice. Ooh, yeah. Because Roux still isn't very mainstream yet, the Roux community, I would say, is like a very tight-knit Mexican family. Or however the saying goes. It's just so funny and so cool to me how that everyone puts Rouxvolution on their YouTube banners. Also, there's of course the Roux Discord and then also the Roux Facebook page. I don't talk on there too much at all, but what's really nice is that a lot of fast people is actually pretty active on those places. So there's definitely at least 1 or 2 people willing to help you out with your questions. I kind of added this one in as a joke. For me personally, Roux is just more fun than CFOP. You have a lot more freedom, and also Roux just looks so fucking cool. LSE looks so cool to non-cubers. Like having a bunch of M moves just make you look like a fucking Sigma male. Okay, maybe not, that sounds cringe. Oh my god, why did I say that? To conclude, just like CFOP, Roux is also another great method. If you haven't tried it before, or you have gotten bored with CFOP, definitely give this method a try. And yeah, that's a wrap. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.